And here it is. It is here. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. Here it is. It is here. Here I am. Hope you're there. The session starts and your company required. That thing that happens twice a day, happening twice a day this time around. So haven't taken a step back, not to for any other reasons, but because my schedule did not really allow for the afternoon slots over the last few days, but it does allow today, and here I am facilitating. So I facilitate, you participate, and that is how the thing rolls. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Aregbesola. Another Savior, holy, holy. Another Savior, holy, 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 Aregbesola. Another Savior, holy, 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 Aregbesola.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyamadika yabika kwa namno. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Sing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting it right and getting it faster now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting it right, faster, for freedom. Is another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Aregbesola. Another Savior, holy, 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 Aregbesola.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, has risen up now. Oh, and it's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyamadika, Yabika Kokwanam no. Hey, Anamekele Mazuche Mefo.
And there it is, the Holy Holy song from the eastern parts of Nigeria. Holy Holy, that is what they're saying to you. So there's a video clip that I'm hoping that I'm able to, I think I may have captured it. I'm just checking now to see if it has captured. Just give me 1 second. All right. All right. It doesn't seem to have captured, but I'll try again. But in the course of trying again, let me bring you the headlines. So let me bring you the headlines. Pardon me. Holy, holy, as guys, I bring you this. Nigerians should accept Tinubu portable says as he collects bags of money from Osun APC. So Portable, for some of you who are not down with the kids, is one of the trending musical acts in Lagos, or at least in the southern parts of Nigeria. He speaks essentially in Yoruba with a crossover of Pidgin English. He doesn't have especially any education, but it's of that sort of Naira Marley, Fela Kuti, Igbo smoking sort of ilk. And this is what he has to say. Nigerians should accept Tinubu. Portable says as he collects bag of money from Osun APC. So the politics, of course, that is how it's been playing out, and that almost certainly is how it will always play out. So there it is right there. I'm not really sure if there's much more to add to that. So I'm trying to see if I can capture him on video to present just how he presents in that piece. So let me try one more time. That's actually what I'm trying to achieve. So let's see if I achieve it this time around. I hope it does download, because it's quite useful to see him in action. So let me see. Let me just do that. Are you going to download you? Okay. So I'll wait for that to make a decision. So from that to this, okay, I think it's about to download. Hashtag Endsars inspired Boko Haram, other criminals to start breaking into Nigerian prisons. So it is Aregbesola that is saying this. That is quite a reach, of course, to attribute the blame for Boko Haram and banditry to Endsars. So how he made that journey to arrive at that conclusion, it'll be interesting to find out. Hashtag Endsars inspired Boko Haram, other criminals to start breaking into Nigerian prisons. Aregbesola are making so bold to say something that audacious. So from his audacity to more to reality, we are already tagged Janjaweed Party. Muslim ticket confirms attempt to Islamize Nigeria. APC Christian Caucus. So it's a lot of big names that's actually within this space, at least from the photographs that we're seeing. So it looks as though that Muslim ticket is not fading away quite as quickly as probably Tinubu anticipated, because it looks as though the last stragglers within that narrative, they're still lamenting in the headlines. We are already tagged Janjaweed Party. Muslim ticket confirms attempt to Islamize Nigeria. APC Christian Caucus. So quite what they have to say. I think we can pretty much guess at what they have to say, but we'll go through it anyway. But this now, the evolving story of the Dati Baba that Peter Obi presents us. Peter Obi's running mate, Baba Ahmed, under fire over Muslim Northerner comment. So what would he have said about Muslims and Northerners to have led to so much rage? So you have to hang around to find out. But to tease you again, Peter Obi's running mate, Baba Ahmed, under fire over Muslim Northerner comments. So what comments those are, we'll find out in the fullness of. So So plenty to go through. So a rich and diverse menu being presented as always. So all you have to do is to lean back, kick back, take it easy, and relax into it. And just do the usual protocols. Click on the like button if you haven't done that already. Click on the subscribe button to make sure that you are fully a member of the platform as well. And then if you want to come and join me on the screen, click on this hyperlink that says StreamYard. So no, that's not the hyperlink that says StreamYard. So let me bring up the hyperlink that says. So if you want to come and join me on, as you see, a lot of people appear on the screen, and we have a really involved conversation on the talking points. So those people are not invitees. I didn't phone them or text them in advance. I just put up the hyperlink as I've done now, and they clicked on it, came on the screens to share their thoughts. So it is that simple. It's an open microphone session, and there are no designated or allotted speakers. It is essentially an open microphone. If everybody clicks on it, 10 people get in. If nobody clicks on it, I just read out the talking points, and then we shut down the shows. We shut down the show. So that's how it works. It is literally, actually, factually open mic, and the open microphone is that hyperlink that says StreamYard. So if you haven't clicked on it before, and you are feeling somewhat emboldened this time to try it, then click on that hyperlink and then come join me on the screens, on the screen. Especially if you have not clicked on the hyperlink before. So if you're a new voice and a new face, that especially we welcome. And if you're a northern voice, because people have been pointing that we don't have sufficient enough. In fact, we have zero northern representation really on the screen. So people have been pointing that out, that we don't have northern voices. We are saying the northerners are the bulk of the country, and we're talking about Nigeria, and there are no northerners in the conversation, then that tells you that the conversation is not complete. So if you are an Aboki or a Laraba or one of these Burukutu people from the north, then click on the hyperlink and come participate. So you've seen the sessions, so you know how it goes. You'll be handled delicately and with respect, but of course, nobody will pander to something that doesn't cohere with facts from anyone. So if you are some Malam from the north, then click on the hyperlink. As you set about the clickings on the like, subscribe, and the hyperlink at your discretion. To attention, let's come in properly this time around. To attention, the anthem.
To the Nigerian national anthem, Mr. Albert Congo raises the flag of the new nation.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang on to our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
And there it is right there. Nigeria, we hail thee. I know no other anthem than that. So that's the Nigerian anthem as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I always will be. Because that was the anthem that the country birthed itself on. So quite what some Aboki in a uniform gave you is entirely the business of the two of you. But as far as my business, that's the national anthem right there. Arise, O compatriot, Nigeria call obey. So arise, arise, O compatriot. As guys, I bring you this. Hashtag Endsars inspired Boko Haram other criminals to start breaking into Nigerian prisons. Aregbesola are making this assertion. Nigeria's Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, says last week's attack on the Medium Security Custodial Center, Kuje, was emboldened by the hashtag Endsars protest of October 2020. So far, no jailbreak by inmates has been successful. We have successfully quelled all of them. What we have so far, no jailbreak by inmates has been successful. We have successfully quelled all of them. What we have reoccurring since the Endsars protest of October 2020 have been a mass of people attacking our facilities from outside and setting the inmates free. Aregbesola said in a statement. Mr. Aregbesola made this comment on Tuesday after visiting the Kirikiri Maximum and Medium Security Custodial Centers in Kirikiri, Apapa, Lagos State. His comment follows last week's attack on the medium security prison in Kuje near Abuja, where 879 prisoners were freed. Out of the escapees, about 64 prisoners had terrorism-related charges leveled against them. During the Tuesday visit, the minister said 61,000 Boko Haram suspects are currently being held in correctional facilities in the Northeast, reiterating the outgoing government's claim that it was defeating Boko Haram and other criminals devastating the country. Last week, Mr. Aregbesola had said that Nigeria's prisons were incapable of preventing and withstanding attacks of the nature as the system was primed to prevent and foil internal disturbance and riot, not external attacks and invasion. So there it is right there. So what he has said, so it doesn't even brook any interpretation. It is verbatim and literal. What it's saying is that the Nigerian prison system is not built to defend the prison from people coming to break in and effect the release and escape of prisoners. No, what it is built to prevent is for the prisoners breaking out. And that this is something that a minister of interior can say in public in a country that is the 25, 26, 27th richest in the world. I mean, listen, last week, Mr. Aregbesola had said that Nigerian prisons were incapable Nigerian prisons were incapable of preventing and withstanding attacks of that nature, as the system was primed to prevent and foil internal disturbance and riot, not external attacks and invasion. And there it is right there. Last December, the Nigerian Correctional Service set up a special security team to guard prisons nationwide. NCOS spokesman Francis Onobore had said that since the historic protest against police brutality in October 2020, the country had witnessed multiple jailbreaks. At the time, the Endsars protest in Benin had been derailed as alleged hoodlums broke into the Benin Correctional Center and freed some inmates. This led to the Edo State government imposing a statewide curfew. Mr. Aregbesola's latest comment follows President Mohamed Buhari's regime's multiple efforts to cast the historic movement as violent and unpatriotic. Nigerian prisons have suffered regular breaches for decades. As far back as September 2010, prison breaks have been reported. About 50 gunmen suspected to be members of Boko Haram stormed a Bauchi correctional facility, resulting in the escape of 721 prisoners, leaving 5 people dead with 6 injured persons. In November 2014, a prison break was reported in Koto Kafi Federal Medium Security Prison in Kogi State. Numbers of gunmen suspected to be members of Boko Haram breached the facility, resulting in the escape of 144 prisoners from the prison, leaving one inmate dead, and 45 escaped prisoners were rearrested. Other states where prison breaks had been recorded, including other states where prison breaks have been recorded include Ogun, Ondo, Ekiti, and Mina. So Mina is not a state, of course, but I think we get what whoever the writer means. So Aregbesola now are saying that Nigeria had no history of external break-ins to prison, but this columnist now, he now goes to dig through the archives to say that there's a plethora. He said Nigeria. What Aregbesola said was Nigeria had no history of prison breaks externally pre October 2020, pre Endsars. And it was the audacity of the Endsars protests that were breaking into government facilities that emboldened Boko Haram and the bandits to start breaking into prison facilities. But this writer, of course, has gone through the archives to cite plenty examples predating Endsars of bandits breaking and terrorists breaking into prisons to effect the release of their members. We are already tagged Janjaweed Party. Muslim ticket confirms attempt to Islamize Nigeria. APC Christian caucus. Christians of northern extraction in the All Progressives Congress APC have described the choice of a Muslim ticket by the ruling party as an attempt to Islamize Nigeria. That the APC has always come under the suspicion of the church as pursuing an Islamization agenda. Hence, the various labels of the APC as Islamic Movement, Islamic Brotherhood, Janjaweed Party, Boko Haram Party, etc. Now, with all the positions in the hands of our Muslim brothers, it would take ingenious mendacity to prove otherwise, the APC Christian caucus stated on Tuesday. In a communique issued in Abuja, the Christian politicians who are from the 19 northern states of the country within the APC said they cannot campaign for the same religion ticket in their various constituencies ahead of the 2023 presidential election. That as Christians within the APC, we cannot, in all fairness to our consciences and faith, go to our various constituencies to campaign for a Muslim ticket. That Nigeria is a multi-religious and constitutional democracy and not a theocracy with religion as a major national fault line, which cannot be whimsically manipulated without the dire political consequences on our peaceful coexistence as a people, they said. APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu, a Muslim from the south, had on Sunday announced Kashim Shettima, a fellow Muslim, former governor and serving senator from Borno State, as his running mate. In the communique signed by its chairman, Doknan Sheni, and Secretary General Ishaya Buaka, the group said the choice of a Muslim ticket in the party was unacceptable. They noted with concern the resignation of high-profile Christians from the APC across the country as a consequence of the choice of a Muslim ticket, whilst observing that the current political setting of the country is different from that of 1993, when MKO Abiola and King Gigbe ran for political positions. The Christian group stated that Nigeria runs a constitutional democracy and not a theocracy. It does not take the smart to know that the Abiola/King Gigbe victory in 1993 turned out to be a Pyrrhic victory, as there was never a President Abiola nor a Vice President King Gigbe. Is that what we want to repeat in 2023? the group queried. According to them, the selection of a Muslim running mate is a display of crass insensitivity to the complexity of modern Nigeria and the entire church. The aggrieved members said the choice was also a betrayal of the advocates of unity and peaceful coexistence with our Muslim brothers, including notable imams who had forewarned the party and the candidate from traveling that treacherous route. They added that the rejection of a Muslim ticket by Christians would undermine the electoral fortunes of the APC and its candidates across all states and constituencies where Christians enjoy a numerical advantage. By so doing, APC has recklessly thrown its Christian candidates under the bus across the nation. So there it is right there. The pushback against that Muslim ticket is still very much fervent. From that to this, and this still has somewhat of a religious tint. Pardon me, I must have some water. So there it is. Okay, so yes, Peter Obi's running mate Baba Ahmed under fire over Muslim northern comment. Bear with me, I just need to pick up my phone. So yes, Peter Obi's running mate Baba Ahmed under fire over Muslim northerner comment. So what comment has he made and why is he being flagged? Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, the running mate of Peter Obi, candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, has come under serious attack in Zamfara state over his comment that he wouldn't like to be called a Muslim or a northerner. So there it is. That's what he said. He wouldn't like to be called a Muslim or a northerner. I wonder what underpins that. According to one Yusuf Abubakar, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed is not proud of his religion and tribe. Pardon me. According to one Yusuf Abubakar, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed is not proud of his religion and tribe, saying that for him to warn that he won't accept to be referred to as a Muslim or a northerner means he is ungrateful to the Almighty. If he has publicly said he does not want support, if he has publicly said that he does not support tribalism, then nobody would comment on that because tribalism can destroy the entire country, he added. Another person who granted an interview to correspondent Babangida Ahmed said that Baba Ahmed has destroyed his political career in the north, saying that with such utterances, northerners may not cast their vote for Labour Party in 2023. According to him, Obi is proud to be a Catholic, even with the verbal attacks of Reverend Mbaka. Obi openly stated he remains loyal to the church and he has never disowned his identity as an Igbo man. Does this mean some of us are not comfortable or feel ashamed to be associated with our blessed religion of Islam or our noble background as people from the northern parts of Nigeria? I hope he was misquoted out of context. Otherwise, he better look for supporters elsewhere. Recall that the embattled Labour Party vice presidential candidate recently granted an interview to BBC where he allegedly made the comment. So there it is. We have to go dig up that comment at some point. Actually, let me bring you this one as well before I bring you the final readout. So since we are with the Baba Ahmed, we've heard from Baba Ahmed Jr. So let's hear from Baba Ahmed Senior. Muslim ticket. Christians will walk away. Northern Forum lists 3 things Tinubu will face. So this is now not Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed. This is the other Baba Ahmed. So Akim Baba Ahmed, this one. The Northern Elders Forum NEF has listed 3 things that will happen to the All Progressives Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu for settling for a Muslim ticket in 2023. Tinubu had settled for former Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima as his running mate. However, Hakim Baba Ahmed, the spokesman of NEF, said Christians would walk away from his ticket in 2023. Baba Ahmed suggested that Muslims would vote for him in 2023. In a series of tweets, the NEF spokesman, however, pointed out that opting for a Muslim ticket won't make any difference to Tinubu's electoral fortunes. According to Baba Ahmed, now that BAT has decided on Muslim, 3 things are possible. All Christians will walk away from his ticket, or Muslims will line up behind his ticket. It will not make any difference to his electoral fortune. Are the faith of our leaders the important thing, or how they lead? So there it is right there. And that somewhat balances it as far as a lot of our people understand it. So the pros and cons. So he needs, so if you had picked a Muslim Christian ticket, the northern Muslims, let's put it that way, who are the targets, they may not necessarily walk away from him, but they may walk to another, But if he picks that Muslim ticket and a strong Muslim from the north as well, so he invites them more to make that decision to come to him than to make that decision not to come to him. So that decision not to come to him is not in protest of him picking a Christian, but is really them putting their emotions elsewhere. So it's not an anti-vote if he had picked a Christian that he would have gotten, but him picking a Muslim is a pro-vote. So because the northern Muslims, as we've because the northern Muslims, as we've somewhat concluded, they don't especially consider Tinubu to be a full-blown Muslim. They don't consider really any southerner to be a full-blown Muslim because they feel that they came across the religion first, they have a deeper understanding of it, and they have a more pious relationship with that religion and all of that. So they don't have any consideration that a southern Muslim is a real serious Muslim. They've told us often enough on this platform that a northern faithful would not line up in a mosque behind a southern imam. They would never do that. They would not let a southern imam lead their prayers, so they won't allow that. So we know they don't consider. So if Tinubu picks a northern Christian as his running mate, then they will feel that that their interest is not at all represented on that ticket. Tinubu, somewhat of a watered down Muslim by their understanding, and then a Christian, a totally different faith. So it is that counterbalance to draw them in that necessitated that Tinubu had to go for that ticket. So he gains from doing that, presenting that ticket amongst the northern Muslims. Not because they would have hated him having a Christian running mate, but they would see more that they are represented if they see what they consider to be a serious Muslim on that ticket. So he gains a lot from that, but he loses somewhat from the sensibilities of that Christian narrative. So it is the counterweight of both of that this element from Mauritania is talking about. So this element from Mauritania, Baba Ahmed, in a series of tweets, the NEF spokesman, however, pointed out that opting for a Muslim ticket won't make any difference in Tinubu's electoral fortunes. According to Baba Ahmed, now that BAT has decided on Muslim, 3 things are possible. All Christians will walk away from his ticket. So that's not going to happen. Some Christians will walk away from his ticket for reasons of that Muslim ticket. A sizable minority of Christians will walk away from his ticket for reasons of having a Muslim ticket. But a sizable amount of Christians. A good example is Thomas that comes to this platform. He's a Christian. He doesn't like Tinubu, but Christians that don't like Tinubu especially, they will come to the ticket. One for reasons of ethnic loyalty. So they want a Yoruba man in Aso Rock. So those Christians, they will vote for Tinubu irrespective of the Muslim ticket. And Thomas is a good example of that. Some Christians will also vote for him for reasons that he's a realistic chance of that power transiting to the north. So they will vote for Tinubu as an anti-northern vote, understanding that Peter Obi has no real play in the game. So all of that still. So it balances out. Essentially, is what it is. It balances out, and it will peter out soon. So this now the last readout. Nigerians should accept Tinubu portable sales as it collects bag of money from Osun APC. So there it is, and we're back to where we were: money politics and Fuji reggae politics as well. Popular singer Portable has urged Nigerians to accept the All Progressives Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu and Osun's governor Gboyega Oyetola. The controversial artist paid a visit to Oyetola, who is seeking re-election, and he was given a bag of money. In a video making the rounds online, Portable urged citizens to vote Tinubu as president so that things can go well in the country. He could be seen walking majestically after being handed the bag, and he showed off the bag of money on camera. So reactions below. So these are some of the reactions. This one no even get one secret. See as he show the money where they give him. So another commentator, this one feels no get sense. Very anyhow person. And then another commentator, see as him be like waiting, I don't know, and then chill. And then another commentator, cash out, collect your money, no time. So that's another one endorsing that. This and another one, this one don't delete himself from David Loki, or is that Davido? This one don't delete himself from David Loki. And then this final comment, me where they live here, sef no see cover collect from Oyetola o. E be like I go add omo alalomi to my name. So I don't know what that means, but those are the reactions, and really that's the readout. That's just to document again that it's going to be a money space, the politics of it. Ababakure, I see you. The Mighty Ajanle Popo, I see you. FA, your device is not correcting, it's not correcting, but not connecting properly. So you have to go back out and come back in. So FA, try and reconnect if you can, because your device, or switch on your camera. Yes, you have to go back and come back in. So there it is. So there it is, and here it is. So gentlemen, good to have you all. Baba Akure, let me come straight to you then, because you seem ready to go. So Baba Akure, let me play you this video clip. Sorry, who's that? Baba Akure, let me play you this video clip first, because it tells you this is strike 2 now. We saw it in Ekiti State, and here it is in Osun State again. This is what is going to happen.
4 plus 4, my love 4, Akoye Itola, Bami Oníbàjẹ́ Thursday mo padà bọ̀ ní Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo, Akoye Water Oyetola wà. Oníbàjẹ́ bá mi yan Tinubu gbà fọ́gà kó má lọ sórí ibú o, láti ẹ̀ kó má gbọ́ o. July 16 ṣó gbọ́. Agbébàdìdé Portable ọmọláyọ̀mí wàhálà mi ti ṣàwé lórí ìdààmú àdúgbò yìí máa tẹ̀lẹ̀ sí Òṣogbo. Akoye PC láti ẹ̀ kó má gbọ́ o. Akoye PC.
The grace wey my oga carry.
You the go carry you.
Hey, the grace wey my oga carry plenty o.
And there it is, Baba Akure. It will never change. Forget this time around. It will never change. That is how. That is the election being won right there, Baba Akure. We're good to see you.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. To me, I think we might. It just depends on the way we conduct our election in Nigeria. I strongly believe in other part of the world also things like this happen, but not just to bribe you. Portable is just doing what he feel that he can do, promoting his own candidates, and politicians does that all over the world, and you will see them singing for particular candidate. But it is up for the electorate to decide who they want to vote for. So to me, I don't really see that that is what is going to win the election for Oyetola. If people on the ground, if they sow their vote just like that of Ekiti, then Oyetola is going to win. But if people really decide, okay, this where we are going, it could be PDP, it could be Labour Party, it could be APC. Once they vote for their conscience, I think that is the person that really won the election. So for Portable to go to the midst of these people and collect money is just to promote them and talk to his followers, because he has his own followers. Tell them that, okay, this is the person that you have to vote for. Though I know that guy is a very popular, one of the popular musicians in Nigeria anyway. Though. But to me, it still doesn't really mean that, okay, well, APC is going to win the election.
Well, Baba Akure, it does a little bit though.
I'm not going to say that they are not going to spend money, right? I'm not going to say that they are not going to spend money, but it still depends on electorate to decide who they want. It happens all over the world. It happens all over the world. Any musician can campaign for whoever they want. So that is it.
Okay, Baba Akure, let's hear from the electorate now, because the electorate, they will tell you in their own words who they want. So that's the voice of the people, Baba Akure. That's how it's going to go. So that is it. That is
it. Woman, let me tell you something, right? I was talking to my friend yesterday. Sometimes it is very painful when you care about somebody and that person didn't even care about himself or herself. It is very barbaric when you are fighting for somebody and that person didn't even know that you exist. So it is up to Nigerians to decide if they want to collect their 10,000, vote for the government that you think that spend money for you now. Then you suffer for another 4 years, because if they vote APC in next year, then we don't know what is going to happen. It might be better than this, but I don't see any good things coming out of APC. Then they will now suffer for another 4 years. I was listening to I think it was Sanwo-Olu yesterday when he was campaigning in Osun State. Was it in Osun State?
In Ogun State, Ijebu,
and he was saying that, they will do this, they will tar road, they will provide employment, they will do this, they will do that. They told us all this thing in the last 7 years. What happened? Nothing. What we have seen is that people cannot even afford to feed themselves 3 times in a day. Even those who can even get at least 2 square meals in a day, they eat what they see, not what they want. There is no money in the circulation, but some people still come out now. The same party came out and still brainwashing you, and you are sharing them. I don't know if you read comment of Ahmed, one of the Nigeria footballer.
We did it yesterday.
Okay, Ahmed Musa. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So you can see, because these people are starting seeing things now. He is from Kano, right? But he could see what is going on. Now, if the person like this, he has nothing to lose, and likewise me, I have not to lose. If you think that Tinubu is the best candidate for you, where you go ahead. It doesn't. I don't care about that. If you think it's PDP is your candidate and you think it's the best, you go ahead. If you think it's Obi, you go ahead. It doesn't move me. The only thing is that they might ask me for money from here. It is up to me if I want to give it out or not. So we talk to people. We educate them. It is for them to vote their conscience. I don't have any problem with anybody. If you want to vote for Tinubu, fine. But do away with the issue of getting money before you vote. Because the last 7 years, the 5,000 you collect that very year.
But Baba, Korea national cake now, national cake. Everybody gets it.
You see one man. These people know exactly what is going on, right? When they give you money, right? They give you money. It means even if your creator want to fight, your creator will not even do anything because you've already collected your money. But if you don't collect any money, they know what they are doing too. Let's just say nobody collects any money from anybody. Okay, well, you vote your conscience. You vote for Tinubu and he win the election. Do you think it will think twice that if I do bad to these people, I will of course regret it. But because we monetization of our election, that people collect money, then your spirit, your conscience is not clear. Your spirit will not fight anybody. But due to the fact that they know that, then they start giving you money. Then they will do away with anything. That is why we find ourselves in this situation. Vote for somebody that you think is the best for you. I am not campaigning for anybody. If you think Tinubu is your choice, vote without collecting money. Even in Ogun State that we are talking about, if it is so, you told her the best candidate for you.
Can you not do both, Baba Kure? If you believe that Tinubu or even Peter Obi is the right candidate for you, and they offer you money, you can take it and still vote your conscience.
It is not. I'm not going to do that. For me, I am not going to do that because this money, that is, you also are spending the blood money. These people might think, they are doing a lot of things to masses and they are taking money without no consequence.
What do you mean by blood money? If your money is the money they stole from the treasury of your state, they give it back to you. What do you mean by blood money?
It is the money they're supposed to use to develop the country. So now the blood money comes from when you take the money that belongs to everybody. You didn't pay pensioner, and most of these people died. Their blood is on you. Those people who died in a road accident just because of pothole, their blood is on you. But these people, they don't really think that way. They don't think that way. If they think that way, they would have been doing all this thing to Nigerians. But to cut the story short, to me, vote for the right choice, your choice. Do not collect money. It is better if we do away with the issue of this money, collecting money, and vote for somebody. I think Nigeria will be better, even with the constitution that we have right now, because every single individual have conscience. But being that they buy you, well, you cannot do anything about it. Even your spirit dead right away because you've already compromised. So that is my take in that of Osun State.
All right. So Baba Kure, this one now is a mysterious one and is a ridiculous one as well. Hashtag Endsars inspired Boko Haram other criminals to start breaking into Nigerian prisons. Aregbesola is the one now making this ludicrous statement. What he's saying is that it was because the Boko Haram and the bandits, they saw how the Endsars protesters were breaking into prison government facilities during the 20th of October 2020 riot or protest. That was where they got the inspiration from to be breaking into prisons. And it's then by that blaming Endsars for Kuje prison break. we have had a lot of things in Nigeria. I've never heard something like that before in my life.
Well, you know, one man. Like I always say, these people, they hate youth with passion. They hate youth with passion. And it is for the so-called youth now to get up, get your PVC, and vote all these miscreants out of power. Because if you don't hate them,
Are you there? You've muted yourself.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I am saying that these people, they hate youth with passion. If not, why is he comparing the issue of Endsars or trying to link the Endsars protest to Kuje prison break? That was what gave audacity to terrorists to break Kuje prison or that prison facility in Nigeria. He's supposed to have resigned by now because they don't know what they are. Oh no, I mean it was Lai Mohammed said that, right?
No, it was Aregbesola.
Aregbesola now supposed to have resigned because he is the Minister for Interior, because they have no sense. They don't even know what they are doing, right? They want to put the blame now on Endsars. Meanwhile, they know themselves. You see that God will judge these people because they know exactly what they are doing. Why do they remove military in that facility barely 24 hours before the attack? They received the report about that incident before that very day. Why didn't they act on it? Right? There was a video going on in the circle. I think it was you played 2 days back or 3 days back, where one man was detailing about how they get intelligence about what is going to happen.
Yeah, so it was Ajale Koko that gave us that video. Yeah.
So if that man could come to the live show like that, and you are talking of Arise TV for that matter, and that man can be saying that, it is showing you that there's more to this thing. But these people are just playing game, and they are playing politics on Nigerian youth, linking them to that it was them give power to terrorists to come and attack Kuje prison. Before Endsars, I think we already had some prison break before Endsars. If I may be correct,
you are correct, because the writer he then went on to give us examples. Yeah.
Okay, so was it Endsars caused that? Right. So it is just that these people hate youth with passion. They don't hate their own kids, because now most of these people kids, like the same Aregbesola, now their kids will be living in UK or in Canada here or in UK or Australia or United States, providing future for them, right? But in fact, God will judge these people anyway. God will really judge them. To me, right now, if I know some people might be castigating stone, I think military should take over Nigeria and just wipe away these people first. Then we can go back and see what we can make out from the country. Because even these people, they are even worse more than military. The way they are acting, the way they are doing things. Even Babangida is what am I talking about? Even Abacha, that we think is the worst, even better than this. Very, very better than this. And they are linking. I will quickly go to that issue of 993 before you go to another person, right?
Yeah.
So for them to link 993 election to 2023 now, believing that the spirit of Abiola and King Gibe will be upon them. We are talking of 30 years ago. It's over 29. It's over 29 years now. So 2023 will be 30 years ago. Nigeria has never been divided like this. We do not have people being killed every single day by terrorists, by Islamic jihadists, right? We don't have this situation that we are having right now in our hand. So that is why 1993 is quite different. So you cannot use 1993 to judge what is going on presently. Nigeria is well divided on ethnic line and religion line. So to me, I think woman, you so sure in your own opinion that few Christian, because you hear from Thomas, then you want to use that to judge a Christian. Now go and watch the interview that was made to one man yesterday from Arise TV, Tundu Rufai and Dr. Abati interview one of the evangelical leader yesterday. Then you can hear exactly what is going on and what they are doing. So don't think that is because it is Yoruba. Tinubu is Yoruba. That is why few Christians will run away from him. They will not vote for him. Why majority of Christians will vote for him? I think you guys will get a very shock news in 2023. Just wait and see.
I'm pretty sure that it will have an impact. But you see, this outrage that people are feeling, I don't think it will carry till election day. Let me tell you why I don't think that. This outrage will sit in this moment. And then in the course of the electioneering and the campaigning, a lot of people will be hearing a lot of narrative that will move them again back to Tinubu, and then move them away from Tinubu and move them back to Tinubu, move them to Atiku, move them to Peter Obi. So people will move around emotionally in how they are going to place their vote. But this decision, it will exist within this moment, and the rate will be felt within this moment, which will be like a 2-week span. And as events continue to evolve, and when they start to talk about Tinubu's record, and some of the people you admire start to say nice things about this guy, and you start to see him in a different light, and then people criticize him, you see him different. So you will ebb and flow. So this is an ebb now, and then you flow again, and then that's how it goes now. So I think this thing will peter out within 2 weeks. That's just what I think.
To me, I don't think so, because remember, the same article you mentioned about will be using this, and the same Peter Obi will be using this against Tinubu, and it will be reverberating in the ears of people, particularly Christendom. So for them to just ship away like that is just forget it. It's not going to happen, because when the campaign started, they will be using this against him.
Yeah, but Baba Kure, Atiku cannot use Tinubu having a Muslim ticket against him, because Atiku's voters are predominantly Muslims. 70-80% of his vote, they are Muslims. So if he's going too much anti-Muslim, that will be counterproductive. If Peter Obi goes against it, it will be effectively starting somewhat of a religious war. So they can't really use it, they can't.
I think they can use it to some extent, because he will be pointing out that, okay, me, I choose a Christian from the southern part of Nigeria, and Obi will be saying that, okay, I choose Muslim from the north. So that is how it's supposed to be, not issue of Muslim, because Nigeria is not based on one religion. So I think they will still use to some extent. That is my own opinion anyway. But for you to be saying that, just few, I'm not going to say that they will have some Christians that will vote for Tinubu, but not as the way that you think that few Christians will walk away from him.
What I'm saying is, Baba Kure, is that a good minimum of 70% of the people of the Christians that are outraged by this Muslim ticket and decide to go against Tinubu, a good 70% of them, they will not carry that outrage to February, because you'll be surprised to hear that a lot of these people that are outraged that Tinubu is presenting a Muslim ticket, they are only outraged because they have been told to be outraged by it, not because they feel it deeply or anything. because the space, no, not you, but a good, because you are a sophisticated thinker, but a good number of, it's a bit like the Peter Obi narrative now. When people ebb them onto Peter Obi and then they'll flow them, these people are fickle, somewhat minded. A lot of, they are just being led to feel outrage that they don't feel fervently within themselves. How many Christians feel passionately that this is outrageous? I wouldn't say as many.
Well, to me, I think based on what is going on in the Christendom right now, that pastor being kidnapped, church being burnt down, Christian being killed in the night vigil or abducted in night vigil, and or massacre. All this will play in the mind of people, right? So I'm not going to say that maybe some people are being led, because most Nigerians can see. They can see what is going on and they can hear it, and they see what is going on right now in Nigeria. So I don't think that it's just that the pastor will now put more pressure on them.
Okay, let me ask you this, Baba Kure. If they can persuade Jemi Oshibanjo to persuade Pastor Adeboye to come out and endorse Tinubu and say that the Muslim doesn't matter, is competence. If he comes out for Tinubu, Pastor Adeboye, how would that sway things?
Well, that might have some impact, but that is for redeem, right? That is for redeem. Though
but one man, that will not happen now.
Why not? It's likely
well,
now.
Baba Adeboye will never say so. He will never come out to endorse.
If he's told to say so by Oshibanjo, he won't say so.
He will never come out. He will never come out to say, "Oh, Muslim doesn't matter." He will never do it because he's a Christian leader.
But if he does, if he does that, that might have impact anyway.
He will receive a blowback from Christians around the world.
He doesn't get blowback. So people don't criticize that man for whatever reason.
Who doesn't criticize? They have dragged him on the floor several times.
I've never seen it, you know.
One man.
He's a godlike figure to Nigerians now. He's a godlike figure.
Didn't you hear when he went to Kaduna and met little man of Kaduna? What's the name of this man again?
El Rufai.
And people start castigating stone on him. And what the man said at that time also was wrong. You see how Christians are being killed in southern Kaduna, and you went to Kaduna and you are praising El Rufai that, oh, you've known him for many times. He's the man of his word and he has do this and do that. And why did he go to Kaduna State? Because some of the pastors of Redeem were kidnapped at that time. So anyway, it's not going to be like the way you think. One man, I think a lot of Christians will be against. Just go and listen to that interview they granted one man yesterday. Like I said, it is Tundu, Dr. Abati, and Rufai. It was just like 28 minutes. Interview, and then you will hear about what they have been doing. Just like Baba Ahmed said that. Christians will walk away and Muslims will support Tinubu. The same thing is going to happen. And I can tell you, some Muslims also will walk away from this issue of Muslim ticket. There is no doubt about that. That is what is going to happen. Baba Ahmed is right in his assertion. Some Muslims will vote for walk away from Muslim ticket. Why some Christians we also vote for Tinubu? That is what is going to happen. It's going to be on religion. This election is not going to be. It's going to be. I would say in two ways. It's going to be a tribalistic election, then your religion. So that is how. But before I go, my advice to Nigerians. I'm not saying that you cannot vote for Tinubu. It is your free choice. I am not saying that you cannot vote for Peter Obi. It's free choice. Atiku is free choice. You're free to choose whoever you think, but do not collect money. Then you have seen what APC has offered us in the last 4 years. So, the last 7 years. If you think it's APC, well, good. You never can tell. Bola Tinubu might be might be better than this man that we have, Buhari. So if it is your choice, well, that's your choice, but that's not my choice anyway, because I have to defend my faith. That is me.
But you were never this deep a Christian, Baba Kure. You just went to church because it's your routine now. Since when did you start becoming a Christian fundamentalist?
It's not. This is no. This is not issue of Christian fundamentalist. The point I'm making here is that the northern part of Nigeria northern Nigeria is dictating to everybody that okay, this is what they want. But I am telling you, if you listen to that interview of that man yesterday, you will realize something. If this ticket is Christian, a lot of houses will have burnt down in Nigeria right now. I can show you that. If it is a Christian ticket, let's say we have Christian ticket on APC right now, a lot of houses will have burnt down. We will have seen on unrest in Nigeria by now because of this ticket. But if it is your faith, well, you defend that. Everybody defend their faith. I may be practicing Christian, but well, that is my faith too. So we are going to put, like me, I'm going to put issue of tribal. Tinubu is from Yoruba. I'm from Yoruba. It doesn't really, I don't care about that right now. I care about my faith because a lot of people have been slaughtered. A lot of people have been killed.
Okay, so Baba Kure, you say a lot of people are being slaughtered.
Yes.
So who protects you more sitting in Aso Rock? Is it Atiku that will protect you from being slaughtered? Is it Peter Obi that is more likely to protect you from being slaughtered?
That is my partner.
Or is it your own brother from down the road that will protect you from being slaughtered?
Who is that? My own brother.
Tinubu now from down the road, yes.
Don't forget about Tinubu, man. Don't forget about Tinubu. I cannot vote for him if I have that opportunity of being in Nigeria. But I'm not saying that anybody want to vote for Tinubu.
You are not answering that question. Answer that question. Who is going to protect you more?
Well, to me, I will vote for Peter Obi if I'm in Nigeria, because he's a Christian. He might be from East, but I still believe that okay, he's a Christian and he has Muslim as his running mate. That is how you see. That is how it's supposed to be. You justify. You need to be. As a matter of fact, building the unity of the country right now with the way country is right now. To me, the best thing is what Atiku and Obi has done.
You feel safer under an Obi presidency than under a Yoruba presidency?
I think so.
All right. Oh well, that's it. All right, brilliant. Well put, Baba Kure. So you can't shake Baba Kure. He knows his own mind, so nobody can bully him into anything. But I thank you, Baba Kure. It's a short session in the afternoon, so let me go on from you to Ajan.
Thank you, Baba Kure. Thank you, Baba Kure, for being a detribalized Nigeria. Thank you, Baba Kure,
what about the rest
thank you, Baba Kure. Wait. Thank you, Baba Kure, for letting educational attainments to have affected your dimensions of reasoning. I thank you very much. I've always come to this platform and I've seen the way you argue. And the way you argue is born out of your own passion to see Nigeria to be good. It is free from every element of tribalism, and it is free from every sense of maybe this is my brother or this is not my brother. You are just arguing the way it should be. Thank you very much.
What about the rest of
us? I want to tell you one man. If you think that this. No. If you think I'm focusing on Baba Kure right now. So, but I want to tell you about one man. If you think that this Muslim thing will peter out before the election, I think you are making a serious mistake. I must tell you the truth. If you think that the Christian Association of Nigeria is not strong, let's forget the Christian Association of Nigeria. Let's bring an association like the Catholic Church. Do you think that the Catholic Church doesn't have a strong organization in Nigeria? A church like Catholic Church.
They have a strong organization in the southeast, so it's a southeast.
No. Don't say that, one man.
South, not Nigeria, man. Right. Even an Anglican.
Why can you say that?
Not many. The Yorubas are usually Pentecostals.
Yes.
What do you? I know Yoruba.
Catholic is stronger in the east, but in the
Yes,
west is Pentecostal, and in other part of Nigeria too is Pentecostal.
Yes, and they're strong in the north too because they have some space, but it's essentially strong in the southeast, the Catholic Anglican thing.
It is more strong in the southeast compared to any other part of Nigeria. I believe what you say.
So
what I'm trying to tell you is what I'm trying to tell you is
influence Tinubu's vote is
but no, see what I'm trying to tell you. Ask yourself, what is the population of Catholics in Nigeria? What is the population? What are their population? That is what I want you to ask yourself. And again, I want to tell you something about the behavior of Catholics. Catholics in the Christendom are the only people that behave somehow like Muslims. They are driven by what their Reverend Father tells them in church more than any other thing. They are more driven by what their Reverend Father tells them in church. Last year, the Catholic Bishops' Conference organized themselves, I think last year or last 2 years, they organized themselves in Abuja in a mass protest. And you can see how the crowd came out for them when they were protesting. They wore black to protest against the massive killings that was going on in Nigeria sometime last year. You can see how people congregated around them. So at this time around, they have been crying that Reverend Fathers are being killed. Recently, there was a Reverend Father that was buried in Edo State, on Fulani attack. Recently, again, there are a lot of them that were killed in Kaduna State. And you think they will just sit down, they will not influence their members in church and tell them something like that about these Muslim tickets, and you think they will just keep quiet and be looking, So forget these things you are saying. I'm telling you, if you are thinking it is going to peter out. It will not.
Okay, we don't have to argue. Just make sure you're back here in 2 weeks' time. And as you are coming in, just say one man. Yes, you are right again.
All right. Once more, I thank you very much, Baba Kure.
Zaki, if you want to talk about the killing, Muslims are killed more in the north than the Christians. Even about the religious leader, we have seen so many sheikh and some other religious leader being killed in the north as well, kidnapped and killed. So it cut across. It's not targeted at Christians.
This is an opinion. This is your opinion. It is not backed by data.
Don't let us bring that issue of killing as if they are targeting Christians.
No, it's not backed by data. It's your own opinion.
No, it's not my own opinion. Even
show me the data. Show me the data. Show me the data that says.
Hold on. Yeah. Even Papa Kuka, when he was addressing United States congressmen, he told them when they asked him about the killing of, he said, it's not a target on the Christian, that they even killed more Muslim. That Father Kuka says so. I watched it. And he mentioned several incidents, some of the religious leaders that are Muslim that are killed as well. So don't bring it as an issue that they targeted. No.
All right. Let me come to
kill across religion, Muslim. They don't kill. These are animalists. They are not human beings.
All right. Let me come to you, Ajanle Koko, for reasons of time. And Ajanle Koko, I want to bring you this story that I came across to start you off with. So I'm going to share the screen with you as I read it. I'm not going to prejudice what your thoughts are, but let me just bring it. So I'll share the screen with you. So this is a story from South Africa. So it's quite important that you continue to see that video clip. It says, a man dies after drinking an entire bottle of 35% spirit in 2 minutes in a bid to win £10 in South African liquor store challenge. A man has died after drinking an entire bottle of spirit in just 2 minutes to win £10 to win a £10 bet in a South African liquor store. The local resident, who has not been named, visited the store in Mashamba village in Limpopo and took part in the challenge to see who could drink a bottle the fastest. He drank the whole bottle of the 35% spirit before collapsing. After falling to the ground, the man, aged between 25 and 30, was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The prize for the drinking competition was 200 rands in cash, the equivalent of around £10. An inquest has now been opened on his death. Limpopo police spokesperson, Brigadier, I won't attempt the name, said police in Waterville, outside Louis Trechard, have opened a case of inquest following an incident of apparent misuse of alcohol that took place in one of the local liquor outlets at something village, where the patrons allegedly participated in what they call the drinking competition. The winner, who could consume the entire bottle of a spirit within a specified time, would get 200 rands in cash. One of them immediately collapsed thereafter and was taken to hospital where he was certified dead. So what do you make of that, Ajanle Koko?
Let me first of all urge our listeners around the world, please click on the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. One man, it's unfortunate that that guy killed himself over $10 or $200. This is what happened to people that, in a poverty-ridden society. A lot of things like this happen. People in a desperate way to make money, they can do anything. I think that's what lured this guy. The money involved is attractive to him, and he's a poor guy, and I believe that, I can do this thing to make this money, and this money I can use it to, do something for myself or so. It's such an unfortunate incident, but he killed himself. The organizers accomplished it as well.
Yes, should they be charged with manslaughter?
They should be charged with manslaughter, and this will, send a signal to young people that, look, this irrational action by young people, look at what you can look at how you can easily kill yourself. It is not that you make the news loud and let everybody hear about this in South Africa and across the world, so that this can tell us something, that never do this. It is dangerous, and the government have responsibility as well to make how do I say it? What's the right word?
They have a heavy drinking culture in South Africa. I don't even think the Germans drink as much. They just drink alcohol like water there.
Yeah, okay. So the government have responsibility, to make publicity of this, and then to warn people not to drink, and to come out with a law that limits to what you can drink at the bar. This kind of thing there must be a law, to forbid this, that such a competition or such a drinking competition should not happen anywhere. So government have a responsibility, to save life, and they have to do something. It's unfortunate. He killed himself over $20 or maybe £10 and £200. It's just young people. When they want to do things, they don't think of the side effect. They don't think of the disadvantageous aspect. It's just one side. Okay, I can go for it. Let me go for it. But if you go for it, what is the consequence? What are you going to? What can you suffer in the process of going for it? They don't think about it. So it's unfortunate, woman.
All right. Let's get back to the Nigerian politics of it. Yes, unfortunate is just the thing. The 25-year-old. Peter Obi's running mate, Baba Ahmed, under fire over Muslim Northerner comment. So this guy now, he's now recoiling from being referred to as either a Muslim or a Northerner. And the North, of course, they are not especially taken to that. So what are you making then of this now new controversy that has been created just out of the blues by this guy? So I mean, it says if he has publicly said he does not want to support tribalism, nobody would comment on that because tribalism can destroy the entire country. So that just the backlash. According to one Yusuf Abubakar, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed is not proud of his religion and tribe, saying that for him to warn that he won't accept to be referred to as a Muslim or Northerner means he's ungrateful to the Almighty. Another person who granted an interview, Babangida Ahmed, said that Baba Ahmed has destroyed his political career in the North, saying that with such utterances, Northerners must not cast their vote for Labour Party in 2023. According to him, Obi is a proud Catholic, even when under verbal attack by Reverend Mbaka. Obi openly stated he remains loyal to the church and he has never disowned his identity as an Igbo man. Does this mean some of us are not comfortable or feel ashamed to be associated with our blessed religion of Islam or our noble background as people of the North? I hope he was misquoted out of context. Otherwise, he better look for supporters elsewhere. So, a very curious thing. It looks as though he said it on a BBC. Because that the embattled Labour Party vice presidential candidate recently granted an interview to BBC News where he allegedly made the comments. So there he is. He doesn't want to be referred to either as a Northerner or a Muslim. What politics then do you think the man that claims he comes from Zaria is playing out?
I think he's shooting himself in the foot. How can you say you're not a Northerner? How can you say you're not a Muslim? It's on the basis that you're a Northerner that you are picked as the vice president. It's on the basis that you are a Muslim. That's why you are picked as the vice president. So how can you deny your identity? Politicians, desperate politicians will just say anything just to achieve certain things. And that is what he's trying to do. He's trying to, portray himself as the tribalized, as not a religionist and stuff like that. And we all know who we are, and that is a complete stupid statement from him. You cannot deny your identity. So, and to ordinary Northerner right there, particularly, he's telling them that he's not representing them. To a Northerner, if you are not a Muslim, if you are not a Northerner, who are you representing? Who are you on the ticket for? So politically, it's wrong. It's a very wrong statement. And I don't know why he should say that. He's been in politics for some times. Why? What is going on in his head? He's just shot himself in the foot. I mean, who is he trying to deceive? Why so hypocritical of his personality? I mean, it's just wrong. It's just he just shot himself in the foot, and I think if he actually said that, I think he represents nobody, and he won't get vote. It's a disadvantage to Obi. It's a person that does not. That's seen as not bringing anything to the table already. Is now. Do you think this guy is getting a little bit too sleek, a little bit too clever, a little bit too peperimpe? This guy is he getting too peperimpe? This is he over egging it a little bit already? Is he starting to get annoying? This guy. You see, let me tell you this: you can say it among we, the Southerner, in a particular room, and say, look. Don't see me as Northerner. Don't see me as a Muslim. See me as Nigerian. We will buy it. But you can't go in a public place and say it. How do you want your Northern people to perceive that statement? They're going to perceive it that you are denying who you are, and therefore you are not representing them. So he has it's not helping the ticket at all. If actually that he made that statement, it's not helping the ticket. It's crumbling that ticket. It's crumbling that chance of Obi to penetrate the north. That's the way I can. I mean, that's my take on that. One man is killing that ticket. It's not helping that ticket and driving the vote, or luring the vote to Obi at all. If actually he made that statement, but it's a very bad statement. It's a denial of the people of the north. It's a denial of his of himself, and he's telling the north, yeah. I'm not representing you. So.
All right, thank you, Ajanle Koko. So, Ajanle Koko, Aregbesola insists that Boko Haram took inspiration from the Endsars space to start breaking into Nigerian prisons. This is what he has said, the Minister of Interior, that the sudden spate of jailbreaks that we're seeing is Boko Haram and the bandits taking inspiration from Endsars. What are you making of the convoluted logic of this Alpha from the Southwest?
He should be ashamed of himself. If he's an honorable person, he should have resigned. That he failed. Because as a as the Minister of Interior, the prison, all the prison across the country are under his control, are under his management. So he failed in his responsibility to secure that place, to put all the necessary facility that can secure that place. He failed to put it in place there. There is no CCTV. There is nothing. So, this administration drive governance by lie, propaganda, and misinformation. This is what they have been doing for the past 7 years. It's just to lie to the people and to blame others for their failure. If they don't blame Jonathan for their economic woes, they will blame somebody else for their failure to put infrastructure or some other things in place. They blame people for their failure. The same thing, this useless Ogunfe. This is the same thing is doing. You want to blame Endsars people for Kuje prison attack. What of those ones that happened earlier before that? So Endsars people triggered them. They gave them arms. So Endsars people that came up in 2020. So it's Endsars that formed Boko Haram that we've been rattling with for the past how many years now? Going to about 15 years or maybe 10 years. So is it Endsars that formed Boko Haram? Is it Endsars that formed what do you call it? The bandit? Is it Endsars that triggered the killing of the people all over the north? You see, I'm just surprised that this guy with his level of education can be talking like this. Because of what? Because he want to defend indefensible. He want to defend their failure. They want to blame other people for their failure. And this is why I have recommended here several times that Nigerian people must not vote for APC. The present situation we are going through in Nigeria today is caused by APC. The state of our insecurity that is out of hand, is out of control, we are incapable of defending and securing life and property in Nigeria anymore. It was off under APC. The economy that is in shambles is happened under APC. Corruption that is as we never seen it before. We have seen it under APC. One person taking about 80 billion, I visit 800 billion, I visit 80 billion, the Accountant General. One person.
80, yeah.
And this country is spending about 6 billion. 6 trillion a year. This year, rather, with the figure they are giving us, we're going to spend about 6 trillion on petroleum subsidy. It was 4 trillion last year. But the figure, the payment figure shows that at the end of the year, it's going to amount to 6 trillion. You are paying 6 trillion for petroleum subsidy, and yet you are saying that, oh, you don't know the exact petroleum that you consume. Have you ever seen that? But you know the amount to pay, but how many liters of petrol we consume a day? They can't give the figure. And all this under APC administration. So this is the way they govern. They govern with lies, with propaganda, with misinformation. And Aregbesola is not an exception. And all of them in the party.
Yes. There's even something that I found somewhat. In fact, let me just bring it to you. It says, this is in the middle of the piece. It says last week, Mr. Aregbesola has said that Nigerian prisons were incapable of preventing and withstanding attack of that nature, as the system was primed to prevent and foil internal disturbances and riots, not external attacks and invasions. So this is what Aregbesola said, that the Nigerian prison system, they don't have a system to prevent somebody coming to try and break out a prisoner. That the whole of their structure is designed for prisoners not to break out. So anybody can break in to effect the release of a prisoner. They don't have systems for that. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Oh, man. Are we in the Baba Salah country? What is going on? One man, for God's sake.
It's staggering.
Look at the statement he made last week. Look at what he's saying today. For God's sake. When have we become like this, for God's sake? They just turned the country into a joke. This is Baba Salah.
And he said that in public. The Minister of Interior said they don't have systems in place to prevent people attacking prisons to effect the release of prisoners. They only have prisoners not escaping system.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You see? It's just unfortunate that we have this kind of administration, this set of people in charge of our governance, and this is what they're giving to us. And it's high time for us to think well, to know who we have to vote for. But obviously, if everybody in that country have the same mindset like me, we are not going to vote for APC. It doesn't matter who is on the ticket. APC is a party of group of people that were given the mandate by Nigerian people to govern Nigeria on the basis of what they promised Nigeria, but they failed to fulfill those promises. So they should be kicked out. That is the way it works in the democracy. The way it works here in advanced country where we are, that is why they never allow any government, to take them for a ride. They voted you in, you failed, they vote you out, they put another person, and that's why they make progress, because the politician recognizes that the people have the power to take them out when they fail to perform. So they want to perform because their career matter to them. They want to remain in that political career. They want to maintain, hold on to their political career. And as such, they want to perform well for the people because they know the people's vote is the power, and they use it every time at every election cycle to either vote to retain them in power or take them out of power. But Nigerian case, we are not enlightened people. We are tribal people. We are it's just all those religion, all these things. Those are the things that are killing our sense of reasoning. And this time around, let's see, maybe it's going to change, but it doesn't look like it's going to change. One man, this man does not fit for purpose. We should stand up against him, and they should expose him. The statement he made last week, compare it to what he made this week. I mean, is making today, and let the whole world, let Nigerians now judge who is lying. We have to expose them that they are liars. They don't fit for no purpose, and that's what this guy demonstrated. It's unfortunate, woman.
Oh, all right, thank you, Ajanle Koko. So Ajanle Koko, to the portable space, he is in Osun State, of course, collecting the dollar bags. So did you see the clip that I played?
Yeah, I think I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, so if we come off the back of what we saw in Ekiti, and we see now this lead artist going to eulogize Tinubu and Oyetola in Osun State, and then of course, Olorima, you get his reward at the end, and he gets his bag of money. So, and we saw what happened in Ekiti. So for all of the change that people are telling us is taking place, politics as we know it is what is actually playing out on the ground. So Portable goes to collect his bag. So we expect what to expect on Saturday. Ajanle Koko.
Look, let me tell you, one man. Some people can continue to deceive themselves till Jesus Christ will come. Our youth will take money. They will vote for money. Whoever that give them money is who majority of them will vote for. We saw it in Ekiti. They display it. We saw those young ladies jumping up, very happy. You can see that they were very happy, showing and dancing and showing off that money. So this guy, this musician again, showing is telling them, look, I have collected my own. Hey, you can collect your own too. There's opportunity for you to collect your own. And that opportunity will come in time of election. So he's showing them, you look, I visited the governor, or maybe, I think it's the governor he visited, right?
Yes, it was the governor.
Okay, he visited the governor, and right there, they give him something to take home. So he's telling, he's sending a message to our youth. Get close to the politician and you can get your own share. And that's what it means. And they'll be preparing for that. They'll be going towards them now. They'll be visiting their meeting, because this time around, let me tell you the way it works. When we talk of structure, people don't know the meaning of structure. A lot of people will kick against it. They'll be talking all sort of nonsense. Oh, there's not, people are the structure. This time around, the money sharing have started. At every meeting in their every ward, every local government where they hold their meeting, sharing has begun. Mobilization has begun. In the marketplace, in other businesses, government will start they may start giving some soft loan and some other things. They have started it in preparation, in mobilizing people, getting them ready. It is not on that day. That one they're doing on that day is the last lap of, of sharing. But sharing have already begun right now. So that guy is telling the young, his supporter, his fans across the country, look, I visited, I got my own money. Hey, man, get close to them, you will get yours too.
Ajanle Koko, you see, the thing is, the appetite of the citizenry is not even for money not to be in politics. If that guy went to that space and the governor did not make him happy on his way out, he will go on social media and he will ruin that governor. People expect, in fact, not only are the politicians bribing the electorate, the electorates, they're actually demanding somewhat for that bribe. Because if they don't give them that money, there'll be consequences. So it's not even...
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. There will be consequences. So, look, giving him that money, he's taking that money home. He will start campaigning for the party. His fans, who are the youth like him, look, let me tell you, youth, when they like you, they like you. They don't care. So they like that guy. He will sing good about APC, and they will jump behind him, and he will drive them to, you know, he has sent the signal. There's money there. You can get yours. That is what is happening. And youth will go for it. Majority of the youth will take money because poverty is weaponized in Nigeria. 10,000, 5,000. It's a big money to all these guys that doesn't have job. To all these guys that doesn't have job. So what are we talking about? These politicians already conquered them. They already rendered them useless. They don't give them good education. They are out of school now. You think those children that are out of school now, that, you know, the parents are struggling to even feed them 3 square meals a day. They see the opportunity to come and get 10,000 to go and vote. You think they will not go? They will go and vote for them. They will say, after all, what is going to change? Nothing is going to change. They won't think about the adverse effect of what they are doing, but they are thinking of their immediate, they want to solve their immediate problem, which is poverty, which is hunger. They want to get money so that they can eat and live for another day. So it is the guy has sent the signal. Money is there. You guys can get yours. All you need to do, get close to them, and you will get your own share. That's the way it is, one man. Except we reorientate and re-educate our children, our youth, that's when they can make a change. I say here that the youth of Nigeria does not know what they want. If they really know what they want, they shouldn't line behind any politician. They should go for Showore, who's on the street fighting for their cause. Fighting for their cause.
I thought you had given up on that, Ajanle Koko.
Yes, I'm not giving up. That is the right person. All these people, Atiku, Tinubu, will be, all of them are politicians. Politicians will strike deal to satisfy themselves so that they can get to power. But when they're striking deal, they don't think about you. You are behind the scene. They don't put you in the consideration. They know you're going to vote for them. When they are on the ticket, you're going to vote for them anyway. But somebody that fights for you, you don't know this is the guy fighting for your right. You don't support him. And it's unfortunate until when they get that right, that Jore is the guy, that is when they can take their country back. And that is when we will not continue like this. But for now, our youth are in big trouble. I mean, they don't know what they want. One man, they don't know what they want. Yeah.
All right, brilliant. Well, cool. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. So, Ajanle Koko, for reasons of time, let me go on to Efe to see if he's still with us. Efe, are you still there?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, brilliant. Good to have you, Efe. So, let me take you through the talking points then. Efe, the Minister of Interior, coming to say that Boko Haram took inspiration from Endsars, and the blame for this spate of prison breaks that we're seeing is traceable to the Endsars protest. Is that warped logic, or does that cohere with you?
It's simply an expression of their failure. That's just it. It's just trying to, tell us how they have failed. Because we don't, in this stage where we are now in this country, we don't buy their information anymore. We don't believe what they tell us. We don't accept what they say. So everybody is less concerned of whatever he says. So it's just an expression of their failure. Oh yes, we have failed once again. So basically that's just it. There's nothing. It's the normal way they talk. He's trying to do his work to protect and try to portray the current government good image to the people, of which they themselves know that they are failed. They are failed. They are failed woefully.
All right, brilliant. Well put. So let me take you to this space then. This one is somewhat of a curiosity, FA. So it's a Obi's running mate and a curious thing that he said in a BBC interview. Peter Obi's running mate, Baba Ahmed, under fire over Muslim Northerner comment. So this guy has now said he refuses from henceforth to be, it refuses from henceforth to be referred to as either a northerner or a Muslim. And the whole thing that Peter Obi went to purchase him was for those two reasons. No other reason. Obi did not go there to get him because he has a clever brain. Obi went to get him because he's a northerner and a Muslim. But he's saying, according to one Yusuf Abubakar, that he said he's not proud of his religion and tribe, saying that for him, saying for him to warn that he won't accept to be referred to as a Muslim or a northerner means he's ungrateful to the Almighty. So he said this in a BBC interview, Yusuf Dati Baba, that he now from henceforth refuses to be referred to as a Muslim or a northerner. What politics do you think is playing out, FA?
He's just trying to. What I would say is the game he's trying to play. Probably he has just played it against himself. He's trying to build a picture of I don't care about my religion. I don't care about where I'm from. I believe in one Nigeria. I believe irrespective of our various faiths, we are all one. But he has actually used the wrong context, and he has added some nitro gas to the Tinubu campaign, because Obi clearly went to get him just for him to actually collate a tangible number of votes from the North. Definitely to split it into three between him, Atiku, and Tinubu. Then at the end of the day, he knows he owns the Southeast, and definitely the South is going to get a very a good number of votes in the South. He knows the Southwest is a no go area for him, so he has the North to actually compensate for him, and I believe that's why he went to get this particular guy. But with this statement, Baba Ahmed have just said he has actually played himself against the game that is going on right now, and I think before it is too late, he can actually try to make a correction and try to make everyone understand what he's trying to say.
If he is not bringing the northern votes, then it's of no use to Peter Obi.
Yes, it's of no use.
Yeah, that's just his one job. The one job that is employed for is to bring the northern votes.
Yes, that is clearly what Tinubu.
Obi didn't employ him to come and convince Igbo or Yoruba people.
Exactly.
No, it's to go and convince the northerners.
That is what Tinubu calculated. Tinubu left aside religious sentiments. He knows clearly that this Southeast is a no-go area for me. He knows he can't get a good number of votes from there. But he knows he can easily conquer the Southwest. Then the North that is where most of the vote is coming from. He knows how he played this game wisely. I know when I see people saying this Muslim ticket is dead on arrival. To me, it is not dead on arrival. It is a very brilliant step by Tinubu. And from after the Osun election, if APC comes out victorious, I can boldly say Tinubu has won the election. If APC wins Osun election by Saturday. So Dati Baba Ahmed has done a very big mistake, but it's not too late. It's not too late to actually make corrections to or withdraw some of those statements he has said, or try to paint the right picture that would be marketable to Nigerians and mostly people of the North. And you see these people of the North, they are very ignorant. They can take that statement with the whole of their heart and mind. That is the way they are. That's the way they have. That's why you see when someone speak against Prophet Muhammad, they are very quick.
Efe, do you think this Dati Baba Ahmed, do you think he's fast losing his luster without actually having a moment in the sun? Is it a case of could have been, should have been, but never was? Because he's not even landed and is already in reverse. Is it could have been, should have been, but never was?
I really don't know what to say, but the only thing I can say is that when Peter Obi announced him, I knew Peter Obi has lost the election. Peter Obi has lost the election. When Peter Obi announced him, I know he has lost the election.
Why?
He needed this is a game of numbers. It's a game of who gets the highest number. You don't get someone that even with this statement he has made, if he was going to get 10,000 votes before, I don't expect him to get 10,000 votes again. He's going to get lesser than that. It's a game of numbers. And on this whole new third force coming in, let's wait for Osho election. This money we buy this third force, these people that wants this certain youth. I am a youth, and I have had opportunity to serve as a let me give an instance. I've had the opportunity to serve as a student union leader in university, and there was a time we had an issue with transport because we wanted to do a CBT exam in another campus, and I called everybody in my faculty, engineering. Nobody must go take public transport. If the school does not provide us transport, we will not go and do the exam, and they will not fail us. Everybody agreed on the WhatsApp. In the morning, I met everybody at the gate. Everybody was ready to follow me. And when the dean came and said, if you like, don't go, you people will fail this exam. And within few minutes, everybody ran away from my back. Only few people stayed with me. And we made sure we got that bus. And when we got to the place of exam, they came and started apologizing. We didn't know now, with the fear. That is just the kind of youth we have. So all these revolutionary youth or something, I don't believe in it. Once they get there, they give them 10,000, 15,000. They will easily sell their vote. So that if Baba Ahmed, he should have looked for somebody with a force.
People are suggesting that Peter Obi looked in the mirror and then he picked who he saw as his running mate. So why are people saying that Peter Obi looked in the mirror and he picked who he saw? The reason why they are saying that is that Dati Baba Ahmed is Peter Obi from the north. Do you understand? So he doesn't have a followership in the north, so it's not bringing that followership like a Kwakwanso. But what he has is essentially a Peter Obi type of a person. And the people that are going to follow Dati Baba Ahmed due to his presentation, they are the people that will follow Peter Obi anyway. Do you understand? So the people that Dati Baba Ahmed is likely to appeal to, they are already with Peter Obi for all of the reasons that they would like Dati Baba Ahmed. So he should have contrasted himself somewhat in his pick. So essentially, he picked a mini me, and that guy would not bring anything to his campaign. So people say that, but do you agree with that?
I would agree with that because with the way he picked the kind of person he picked, and because definitely that was the first time I'm hearing that name. I've never had that name in the political space before, and
I just made it up, but
hearing that name for the very first time, and I'm very sure some people in the north, except those people close to him and all that, would actually would also be hearing that name for the first time in the north. So it is just the Peter Obi force that is actually pushing him to. So he should have done better by trying to
but who do you think he will appeal to? This Dati Baba Ahmed, who do you think he will appeal to outside of the people that Peter Obi already appeals to?
I'm not sure it's going to appeal to anybody. Not with this statement he has made by himself again.
Even without this statement, leave the statement. Let's say he had not made the statement. Who will he appeal to?
It's not going to appeal to anybody in the southwest. It's not going to appeal to anybody in the south. It's not going to appeal to anybody in the southeast. It's only going to appeal to a few number of people in the north, and that is if he has been a philanthropist due to the fact probably because he has a university and probably has done enormously well in the community where his university is. That can actually play a very big factor. You have a university in this particular community and you have done very well to make sure this community doesn't lack certain things. These are things that will play out for him if he is a philanthropist. And that is the force of the Adelekes in the Osun right now. In the Osun election, that is the force. That is what they will try to use, and that is what they are using. And that's why I see them having a bigger chance of winning the election. But I still predict Oyetola will come out victorious in that election. That is my prediction. So I don't think it's going to appeal to any. It's going to appeal to little or no number of people. It
will appeal to the Ajebotas, but then the Ajebotas, they are already with Peter Obi.
Yes, exactly. So it just entered the moving bus. It didn't start from it just entered a moving train already. So it's sitting comfortably enjoying the train in a cool AC on a high level.
Because he gets profile out of this, he becomes a national figure out of this, he gets name recognition out of this, but he doesn't bring anything to it. So the only winner is that guy. He will walk away at the end of it, now being somebody as a national figure, somebody that nobody knew.
Exactly. You get it right. If Peter Obi, I'm not praying so, but if he wins, if he loses the election, I don't expect to see Dati Baba Ahmed again in the picture with him. It's just part. It's gone. So it's just part of the moving train. So, and I feel Peter Obi should have actually gotten a better and stronger force. But all is well. The God knows who will become our next president in this thriving country of ours.
All right, brilliant. God day. So God day. So thank you, Efe. Efe, the afternoon session is usually short, yes, and we still have plenty of people. So let me rattle through them by going from you to Joel. So Joel, you're up next, and to the conversation. Then let me start you off with Dati Baba Yusuf, and him now not wanting to be referenced as a northern Muslim anymore. What politics is he? Is he wanting to have a nationalistic appeal? What do you think is playing out, Dati Baba?
Well, I listened to the interview. By the way, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I listened to the interview. It wasn't, you see, it was the question that was thrown at him. And you see, every politician wants to have that national appeal. Even Tinubu doesn't want to be referred to as a Yoruba president. Obi doesn't want to be referred to as an Igbo president. You have seen Obi say it many a time. Hey, I am running as a Nigerian president. So every politician avoids that tribal or religious coloration. So I do not see that as anything. People like just trying to twist it. Remember, this is the election season. The campaign has not started. Let the campaign start. We are going to talk to all of them.
All right, brilliant. Let me take you from there, Joe, to the space Aregbesola, somewhat convoluted and a bit disingenuous by my reckoning, but your reckoning, Aregbesola essentially blaming the prison breaking Kuje on Endsars because he said that the Boko Harams and the bandits, they have taken inspiration from the Endsars protest where hoodlum took over and they were breaking into all manners of public facility. So Boko Haram has taken inspiration of that to start breaking into prisons to release their members. This is the Minister of Interior and this is what he's saying to Nigeria. What's going on, Joel?
You see, I would just like to take it a little bit back. Remember when we were talking about those who Tinubu made? This is part of what I was talking about. He has no business being a minister of interior. Maybe if there was like a Ministry of Islamic Studies, he would do well. It's not a troll. What was his performance in Osun State? You see, that's the reason we keep talking about this, this trying to have this godlike feeling while appointing public officers. Let it be on merit. Let it be on merit. Aregbesola saying that, you see, our prison have no structure, but our politicians have structures. It tells you about the priority of our politicians. That is the reason why I do not know why anyone in their right senses will choose to vote APC again. This 7 years has been a disaster. In America, they won't win the second. They won't win the second election. But in Nigeria, it is unbelievable what has gone on in Nigeria, and Nigerians are not talking. It's unbelievable. Aregbesola has no business being the Minister of Interior. In Senate line, he would have resigned based on that statement. Are you trying? So the inspiration, let me tell you, there have been prison break even before Endsars. So is it the Boko Haram inspiring the Endsars and Endsars? So both of them are playing caricature with our prisons. They have nothing to offer other than division. And even to the Tinubu campaign, it does not tell good about a Tinubu campaign, because what you're still reminding. I would have thought that intelligent politicians or strategists, as you guys will refer to them, will know that the more you make the youth forget about the Endsars, the better, especially during election time. Why remind them of Endsars prior to election? You see, it's a disaster.
All right. Let me take you to this space, Joel. So, a lot of people, by a lot of people, I mean myself, there was the anticipation that this Muslim ticket thing will very quickly peter down and dissipate, but it looks as though it's still holding court. We are already tagged Janjaweed Party. Muslim ticket confirms attempt to Islamize Nigeria. So it is not the Labour Party saying this. It is not the PDP, but it is the APC itself. So that is the APC Christian caucus recoiling from that decision to present a Muslim ticket. And these are northern Muslims, by the way, within the APC, who are reacting then to this choice that has been made by the Jagaban of DBT. So what are you then making of this Muslim narrative, not wanting to die a natural death?
I told you yesterday, and 2 days ago, I told you guys, it was a shot in the foot by Tinubu campaign. Very insensitive, incourageous. I don't know what Tinubu was thinking. If they can support a Kanuri man, they can support a Lalong. If it's okay, then what would have happened if he said, I pick up Lalong? Does it mean he's going to lose all those APC states? Then if he loses all those APC states, then it means that the APC are out of power. But it sends a message that no one owns the country. But going to pick someone from the corner, still paint that picture on the minds of Christians that we are a conquered group. Guys, let's look at it. Tinubu is Muslim. His VP is Muslim. President is a Muslim. Senate President is a Muslim. Speaker, Muslim. Chief of Army Staff, I guess, is Muslim. Look, almost all the security apparatus are Muslims. And you went and you brought a Muslim guy as your VP. It makes no sense. Like he said, damn it. Do whatever you want to do. That is what Tinubu said to Christians. Any Christian that is supporting this should remember that they are cancerous. Look, you see, Islam is not bad, but the people that are practicing it, these ideations are the ideations of humans, not ideation of Islam. Just like if you have a constitution is as good as the person practicing it. As bad as Nigerian constitution is now, if you have a good person over that constitution, he will make a very good thing out of it. The reason why people are having problems is that when they get in there, they get this constitution and they find out that they have so many advantages. They do not want to let those advantages go. They want to capitalize on it and be greedy about it. We cannot have that. How? How can Tinubu pick it? He should recite the decision. Look, I am, for those who care to know, I have a soft spot for Tinubu. I was in Lagos when he was governor. Not be everything where they talk. I am not going to, even with the Muslim ticket, I am not supporting Tinubu. However, I am not standing in his way. But that was a dire mistake for Tinubu.
All right. Thank you, Joel. So Joel, finally, before you go, as you know, Kulata has been designated the official researcher of this platform only because of his love for all things statistics and everything. And we somewhat were quite dismissive of Peter Obi on this platform. But
why did he find out today?
Hold on. Yes, Kulata has been doing some
Good
research.
Good news for obedience.
Yes, Kulata has been doing some research. And maybe we were too quick to dismiss Peter Obi because well, this is what Kulata found. It says Peter Obi was the first African to visit Kenya and invest with Naira. So I didn't know this. So Peter Obi was the first African to visit Kenya and visit Naira. That is why the city was named Nairobi. Go and verify. So there it is. So apparently, Peter Obi was the first African to visit Kenya and invest Naira. And that is why the city was. Why did you tell us all this? Why did you tell us all this? If we do this,
that's a very good one.
If we do this,
it's a good job. It's a good one, though.
That's a good news. That's good news for obedience.
Nairobi.
Take it around. Take that. Take it around. Pass it around.
So I tried to be hearing that on Niger Watch and other places. What do you mean? He was the first African to visit Kenya. Why do you think they name it Nairobi? You don't know anything. Go and check Nairobi.
I hope can I use that?
People like Asari Dokubo will take advantage of it and make
We will say, "Oh, I said it. These people are crazy." They won't see it from the point of a joke, you know. Well, but I mean, thank you guys very much.
All right.
I'm listening.
Thank you, Joel, and thank you for the super chat, Kulata. So from Kulata, let's go and join Celibis in a palatial mansion in Chelsea. So as Celibis, can you come from instructing your servants to come and instruct us? Look at that. The lifestyle of the rich and famous. This is it, Hollywood glance. This is it, and there she is. So, Celibe, it's good to have you. If you can unmute, then we hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. You don't join us often enough. That's why you don't know the routine anymore. But we can hear you now. So Celibe, it's good to see you. And let's take you quickly then to the space of Peter Obi's running mate. Once upon a Muslim, once upon a northerner, no more, according to his interview on the BBC. He doesn't want to be referenced as a northerner or a Muslim anymore. This Yusuf Datia Ali that Obi is presenting. So that is what Obi bought. He bought Muslim and northerner. He didn't want anything else from him. So if he's now saying he's now not those things anymore, still fit for purpose, Celibis.
I mean, you guys take things too seriously, you know. There's so many things that people say sometimes, you know, it's just out of character or out of just trying to be humorous or something. Or basically, you know, putting in a context whereby people will understand exactly their position, whether it's central, middle, or open, you know. And I think what that young man, let me call him young man, what the young man was trying to do was basically to make himself reachable and make himself like, okay, I'm a neutral,
more nationalistic.
Nigerian. No, I heard the interview. I know when he now said, listen, don't bother what I'm not on this and that and that. Just see me as a Nigerian. And I think that's just fair enough.
But the North is recoiling from that statement, especially distancing himself from their faith. If there's one thing they don't
distance himself from the faith, as far as he's going to do that job, he's not going to do that job basically on faith basis. He's not going there as a cleric. He's not going there to be a pastor. And that's why people keep going on. Osibanjo says he's a Christian, is that. Listen, you are not going there for that function. And Nigerians, the more we get enlightened and understand how things operate, you know, it may well be that you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Catholic or whatever. There might be, you know, issues there of exigencies and how people react to, you know, these social statuses. But at the end of the day, all he's trying to do, it was a figure of speech, basically, to make people understand that he's easy and anyone can approach him regardless of what his religion is or not, as long as he is a citizen and there I see. So it's a way of creating a parity and equals to being a Nigerian citizen at any time, first and foremost.
All right, Celibis, are you extending the same latitude to Tinubu's Muslim ticket, or is it different rules?
It depends on how the whole approach is all about. Because first and foremost, I cannot liken the two. I cannot put the two as together as the same. You know, with Tinubu, he understands that it's always going to be a problem from inception to have a Muslim or a Christian. So, or a Southern or a Northern. So that is basic. That is the convention of the game. So him just thinking, and I think that's the lack of confidence from his side to think that even as a Muslim and even as one of those who brought this APC to fall, to start with, you know, from inception, that he cannot even boldly stand for himself as a Muslim, which he is, regardless of the faith of his wife, and be boldly there as a Muslim, rather than going to bring another Muslim whom he feels is better than. I mean, I'm a Christian. I might be a modern Christian. I might be a non-church-going Christian, but I'm a Christian. That is it. You know, you can't change it. You can't tell me, oh, I don't go to church enough, or I'm not Catholic, or I'm not this and this and that. You can't do that. So that's not what people are there. They're not there to go and serve as clerics. They are there to go and deliver for the country. You understand? In governance, and make sure that everything is in place, that we have security is sorted and so on. So he just wants to go, first of all, not with a tag, because he's not going on a jihad. Well, there's a jihad, but the jihad is nothing to do with just the Muslim jihad or Christian crusade. But to rectify Nigeria is the jihad, to bring Nigeria back to play. So I don't see why people are being there. Sometimes, I look at some grown politicians, right, who've been there for a while now, even educated ones, and the statements they make, it just makes me wonder, where are we going? So I don't see anything wrong with what the man said. Even the other one was worse, would have been worse, the one that said kill them. But I can't tell from character that he was just saying it. It's not as if he pushed for the bill for somebody to be killed. He said, let's just kill them. It's just a reaction, like how you guys and any other guys react to homosexuality. They just can't stand it. Even my children, they don't want to hear it. They don't even want you to ever insinuate or say anything, or even give them pink shoes, or pink towels or anything like that. So it's like, it's something they don't like, and they don't like to discuss. It's very difficult to get a black man to sit down and discuss about,
say anything
about gay or this or that. They don't want to hear it. So I think that was an impulsive kind of reaction. We killed them, but I didn't think that was serious.
Can I interject 1 minute?
Yeah, go on.
Sally B is playing double standard this time now.
Why?
He was on his platform defending the position of gay, saying Nigerian passing law against gay was wrong and everything. All these people, have their life to live, and they can be reorientated and stuff like that. He said all these things. Yeah, you did. You said so. Now you are defending. You are defending Obi candidate. For the statement he made, his proposal to the House that these people should be eliminated.
Well, what
kind of double standard game are you playing?
Ajanle,
Yes.
I heard you go on about this. If you remember, I was actually on the comments section one of the days when you had this discussion, one of the nights, I think. And you went on and on and on and on and on. I was like, oh, is he not going to stop? I know when you're on something, but this is how you have to see it. I'm not arguing against gay people. I mean, being penalized with such impunity of 14 years. It also means that if you attend a wedding, you might not even know what's going on. You might just be with friends hanging out who are gay, and you might not even know they are gay. Because I've been in a lot of situations like that where I did not know that my company of women, some of them were like this way or that way. What I'm trying to say is that just because he said that particular statement, you've not heard it anywhere else. You haven't got another statement where he went on to go on or had this discussion. All you heard was what he said openly in Parliament, let's kill them. And I don't think anybody took him seriously. And I don't think he himself was serious. But I think it was just, he was only expressing at the time.
Has he addressed it since it was brought back to focus? Has he addressed it?
Well, you call him and interview him now. You have a media outfit, so you can call him and interview him and let him say what.
Could I interject a little on that? Could I interject? Because of the shortness of that video, I'm one of those who have come on here and criticized him, but on second thought, because that video is so short and nobody has questioned him about the gravity of that comment, it's possible that he could have been quoting somebody. It's one of those things where the context is completely whacked. So he needs to be questioned about that, but we shouldn't take that statement as what it sounds like right now. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm all for him being.
Hold on, Celis. Let's hear him again, because there are two stanzas to what he said that were offensive, and the offense, the one that people cling on to, is to eliminate them. But how he describes them before saying eliminate them, that's also worthy of note to as an insight into his mindset. as Pansat often likes to say. So listen to this carefully, Celibes.
The bill to prohibit same-sex marriage was passed. Although many lawmakers were for the prohibition of same-sex marriage in Nigeria, some lawmakers disagreed on the punishment clause prescribed in the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed. Why? I think we are right to say we should punish it or we should not.
So there you see, such elements in society. So that's one. So she has dehumanized them. And
okay,
then,
what if...
can you hold on, please?
Yeah.
Such elements in society. So that's to dehumanize them. And then, having dehumanized them, he gives them the ultimate punishment of ending their lives. So it was quite clear.
Yeah, let me respond. I'm saying, because it's so brief, there was nothing preceding it and nothing. I mean, they just cut that off. What if what he said in context was that, look, when I was...
You cannot assume based on what you didn't see.
Right, but...
You can only you didn't hear. So you can't say what.
I don't know why he does that. But
no, hold on. What I'm saying...
On this level, no. On this level, you cannot bring any hypothesis. What we've seen is what we are going to talk about.
Yeah, so
we're not going to go any further.
Let me land.
No, hold on now, Pansat. Let's Sally take on that space. So Sally, so it's these two phases of it. These elements, so that dehumanizes them, and then that opens the window for him to give them the ultimate punishment. Should be eliminated. These elements should be eliminated. Yeah.
Well, in the context of the Nigerian paradigm, which is usually very hypocritical to start with, he is actually just following the way that they all, and first of all, presumably they were all against this, and that was hypocritical because we find out that there's some elements of people who actually practice that way of life. You see, but all of them will not come and tell you, oh, we don't do this. But just because one person came out and said, let's just finish them. How serious was he? Would he have taken that any further? He knew it would get to nowhere anyway. He's mature enough. He went Harvard.
That is where the laws are made in Nigeria. Where he was speaking is where the laws are made in Nigeria.
I think it was just naiveness, at that point in time. And because everybody then, Nigeria is lawless anyway. And the politicians are lawless. So, even this whole
is it not damned either way? Either damned for being too naive, not to know not to say things like that, or damned for being too extreme for saying
that was
like
immature.
So is damned either way.
He was immature, but honestly, I prefer that he actually made his negativity towards all of that known. I'm trying not to use certain words on your, on your platform. But this is it. I think he just wanted to, but there was something not serious about it. I study human beings. There was something not serious about what he said, but he just wanted to But then again, this is it. When everyone gangs up, and then anything can happen. When people gang up in one kind of herd way of thinking, without looking back and weighing the situation. Yeah, there he failed. But I'm not going to just completely condemn him because he said that. Because there are sentiments against people of that lifestyle in that country, especially the males. And so there's no way, we're just going to bring him, the only one, and crucify him. What about those who passed the law for the 14 years? What should be done to them? Don't you know that affected our diplomatic relations and what is going on, around the world? It did affect us. I feel that was one of the major reasons why Jonathan was bullied to the end.
Yes,
by,
I
the
agree.
American government.
I agree. All right, Sally. So, Sally, let me go on to.
Sally, today we are changing.
Hold on, Ajale Koko. I only have about 5 minutes left, so I want to hear from Pansat before we close. But apologies, Ajale Koko. It's just the time pressure. I still have to do something before I do something else. All of them time barred. So let's go on to Pansat and have him speak on this. Is the Arabian Night that has been presented by the ex-governor of the Southeast. So it's losing its luster somewhat. The sheen starting to wear, the Arabian Night. So what are you there making of this Mauritanian and his funny ways?
Well, let me say hello to everybody and one man on the show, and I'm enjoying it. Celebi, it's an honor to be with you. I've heard you speak many times, and I think I agree with you most of the times. Now, the Mr. Ahmed is a genuine person. I when I looked into his thing, I came on here and I told you.
Is he a Muslim and a northerner?
He is a Muslim and a northerner, but that just doesn't describe him fully. He's one of those people, you know, he's a genuine guy, you know, legitimate, bona fides. You know, he's not bullshitting you, trying to tell you something you want to hear. I said that remember one of the statements he made was that he is alleging that Buhari himself and his administration is complicit in terrorism. So when you have a guy that has, you know, verity, fidelity, somebody who's not out there to just talk. He's scientific, does research. So he has the bona fides to say that. But, you know, try to malign what he said to say, hey, look, I'm against Muslims now. I throw away my Muslim. I throw away my northernness. That's not what he said. There's a change that needs to be done in Nigeria. And believe me, those are the kind of people who can bring that change. We have an authentic Muslim, all right? He has a bona fides to say something like that. It's just like if Buhari was educated and he wanted to change Nigeria for the better, he would have been the right guy to do it. Unfortunately, that's not his interest. But I'm telling you, if Buhari, especially when he came back the second time, somebody who's already been president, he's respected, almost worshipped in the north, and beloved by a lot of people in the south. And they loved, the Nigerians were yearning for punishment. In essence, they wanted to be disciplined. So they went and brought Buhari to bring discipline to the country. So the authentic person is somebody who can say the kind of things Buhari could say maybe to the Southeasterners. He could say this and say that, but he didn't choose to use his own talent for the better. So this guy right here, not everybody can say what he said. No, not everybody, but he has the authenticity, the bona fides to say that. And those who are not educated in Nigeria are not going to be the ones who are going to dictate for the majority what we want in the country. If somebody wants to be playing petty politics, or when somebody says something, they want to find a fault with it, well, we're not going to have any change. With Obi, who could talk to the Southeasterners, a lot of Southerners, Christians, he's going to have to tell them the truth. We're going to stop sharing. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to save money. A lot of people are usually be afraid of something like that. Like the Reverend, the bishop or some, you know, say, hey, this guy's stingy, blah, blah, blah. But Obi has authenticity to say that to everybody. Medicine. You have to take your medicine. So, no, I don't take his comment to mean that he's repudiating his religion or he's against his region. No, this is the real McCoy. So Nigeria should be getting ready. If these two come in, the country is going to change. The Northerners are going to hear what they want. They don't want to hear. They're going to have to go through some kind of cleansing in the remove some of this religiosity in the polity. So this guy is not just a Muslim. He's not just a Northerner. This is a Nigerian. This is an African. This is a learned man. This is a man who has studied certain disciplines and he has a solution to those things. And I would recommend to Nigerians to give him a chance. Now, on the brief tape, well, the only reason why I'm suspicious of that tape is that if you listen to the guy that spoke after him, the lawmaker there explained, say, hey, look, we may be against homosexuality, but we're not going to punish it with capital punishment. And he made about at least 10 seconds. But preceding him was Baba Ahmed, and his was just less than 5 seconds, just making that statement. That was an awful statement. And because no genuine journalists have asked me about that, I won't be surprised that he was quoting something and say, look, you know, in those days or 50 years ago, people like this in the society need to be killed or whatever, but we have to come into the modern times. So it seems to me like a phrase, something in between.
No, it did not seem like that, Pansat, because hold on, it did not seem at all like that, and not anything at all, because it's only 20 seconds, but there was sufficient enough in there for us to understand what was going on. He wasn't saying back in the day. He says these elements should be eliminated. That was what he said. And it wasn't quoting in reference. It was saying his own opinions. And the reason why I'm saying that is that he was quickly cautioned by the speaker to say that, no, we're not extremists here. Yes, they have to be punished, but he has to be in moderation. So that whole thing, it doesn't lend to how you are trying to rebrand it.
No, I was just, you may be right. All I'm saying is
that's
that,
what played out now.
Hold
That's
on.
what played out.
No, right, but I want to hear that statement in context, because he needs to be asked about that. Okay, but what I don't want, it ends up being like it's a cut up tape, whereby he was saying, if you quote it out of context, one little statement.
What do you mean out of context? The context was a discussion on the same-sex bill in Nigeria, and the deciding that it wasn't something that the law facilitates for, and then the punishments that should come thereof. And the floor were speaking, and that was his contribution.
Right. That's a possibility. Maybe.
No, what do you mean it's a possibility? That was what happened now. What do you mean it's a possibility?
Can you play that again, please?
I'll play it again, yes.
Yeah, okay.
The bill to prohibit same-sex marriage was passed. Although many lawmakers were for the prohibition of same-sex marriage in Nigeria, some lawmakers disagreed on the punishment clause prescribed in the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed. I think we are right to say we should punish it, or we should not over-punish.
So there it is. I mean, there's no ambiguity in what's being said.
Okay. I'll consider it. After I watch it again, it just looked to me like he was pointing at somebody in the back, or it looks like it's a phrase. There could have been somebody in the back who said,
what are you doing
hold
now?
On, don't
do that now. Let me play it again. What are you doing?
The bill to prohibit same-sex marriage was passed. Although many lawmakers were for the prohibition of same-sex marriage in Nigeria, some lawmakers disagreed on the punishment clause prescribed in the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed. I think we are right to say we should punish it, or we should not.
Even you could hear a northern voice even say, why?
Right, because
it was even too extreme for a northerner. So
it's trust me, if I'm very, very interested in that. I'm saying he was looking back, pointing somebody in the back.
It was
Let me just land.
The conversation. No, don't do that.
You don't want me, if you don't want me to land, that's
don't land if you're trying to rebrand what we have all seen 3 or 4 times with our eyes.
You know what that reminds me?
What are you doing now?
When
we saw and heard the guy, and you're trying to
I will concede that. I'm not going to pursue that, but I'm saying you like replaying the video, so it reminded me when Obama's pastor he says something, damned America, and then whenever anybody say anything, they would replay it and replay. You just want to keep replaying the video, which
okay. Anyway, like you said, you get the right to have your say. So carry on.
I was just saying that when you look at it, when he turned around, he was pointing back at somebody. I wanted to see if he's saying something prior to that, quoting somebody. Say, hey, look, like my colleague in the back.
Okay, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. No. If we watch it again, you will see that it was shorting. It was closing a previous conversation, or inviting people to allow him the space to speak.
Okay,
so let's see.
Yeah. The bill to prohibit same-sex marriage was passed. Although many lawmakers were for the prohibition of same-sex marriage in Nigeria, some lawmakers disagreed on the punishment clause prescribed in the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
So you can see that he was shutting down something in the back so he could have the space to say.
For right now, I want him to be asked about that. If there's any journalist listening, I won't be surprised if when the full tape comes out, it's something like my colleague from Southern whatever said that such elements in a society should be killed, blah blah blah. It's possible, but it may not be 80-70%. We'll find out. It doesn't look like what he would say. Let me put it that way. Like Celebi says, it hasn't reared up his head anywhere else that he made a similar statement. And you said nobody has asked him about it. It seems like somebody who ran an election in Kaduna, somebody should have asked him about that statement. And then why so short? I mean, I know it's a news item, but the manner is...
You know who brought this tape out?
No, I don't.
It's a chap called Bisi Alimi. Bisi Alimi, his name is. He's a homosexual in Nigeria and a gay rights activist as well. And when he brought this out, he brought it out to invite that. He said, I'm not going to voice an opinion, but I'm inviting you to address this. You know?
Right. That actually advances my point. Even though it's unwittingly on your side, if your enemy, hold on.
All right, just a couple more words because it's just,
what I'm saying that you are unwittingly advancing my point.
I never unwittingly do anything, but you know, I do only think with thought. I do think with thought, but
okay. What I mean is that when your enemy goes and cuts up a tape and plaster them together and then profile,
he's not his enemy. Look, he's a gay rights activist,
right?
Who they've brought to his attention that this guy said this, and he wasn't even pushing him, then trying to be anti-OB, because somebody like that, he will be part of the OB system. Right. But he's saying this is alarming, address it. So he wasn't even pointing with aggression. It was only that Space picked it up, and
Okay, I shouldn't be doing what I was criticizing Colata of doing, which is to try to pick on everything and then overdo it. By the way, Colata, that was a very funny, what was that they said about Obi and...
yes, Nairobi.
If you came up with that, I want you to allow me to use it next time when I'm somewhere. Thank you.
It's a patented, but thank you, Pansat. You know, the audience always likes to hear from you, but the pressures of time has brought the platform to an end, the session to an end. But let's just a little thing, because I picked this up, and this was addressed to you, Celibis, by the way. So I'll read this, and I'll ask you, Celibis is right. Some of the most prominent Northerners, including the richest black man, is a closet shirt lifter. Facts. So this is, those are your words, Alexander Gomez, not mine, pointing pointedly at Dangote. Celibis is right. Some of the most prominent Northerners, including the richest black man, are closet shirt lifters. Facts. So those are the facts presented by Alexander Gomez. But what I was going to ask you, Celibis, is who plays the guitar in your house, or is it the cello? I imagine that it's a cello, somebody of your...
Oh my God. I've got a house full of musicians. My big son is an artist.
Is it a guitar or a cello?
Oh, he does all of it. He's actually a music technician. He produces, he does this and that and that. So I end up with so many guitars hanging around me.
Oh, all right.
And I can't play one tune on the guitar. I can play the piano a bit, but that's it.
Well, Pansat plays the guitar, funnily enough. He's regaled us once with a tune. Maybe we'll do that again at some time in the future. But thank you, Celis, and thank you, everyone. So we leave Celis on the screen to pretend like we have posh women as part of our panel. So I'll leave it there. Carry the conversation on within the comment section. But here, I say, do the salute. And here, I say... No, you have to do the salute now. People expect the salute.
What's the salute?
You have to do... No, salute. You do not have to salute. Are you not a son or daughter of a soldier? Oh, all right. And here, I say...
Peace. I need attention,
Yes. All right. Thank you, Celis. So join us again, Celis. So there it is. Thank you, everyone.